Hello, it's your Jason Narcissist or Joey, and today we are playing Smash Hit. Only what you're hearing right now is a post-video audio recording of this because I always found when I'm screen recording videos and stuff, the quality isn't that good, so we're just gonna do it this way. So, in this way, I'm gonna be talking about some of the stuff I did while playing this game, and what I'm doing and why I'm making this video is showing you a tutorial of how I think you should properly play this game if you want to make it to like as far as possible. So here is level 0. So you tap to throw balls. So here, just self-explanatory, you only want to aim for the crystals. Those give you 3 balls, and you don't want to waste any balls. Okay, you don't want to waste your balls. Yeah, you don't want to waste your balls, because if you do, you'll never have children. So don't waste your balls. That's what they all say. Only break glass if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve your balls. So you throw your balls at the glass crystals, which give you more balls. And if you're looking right here, you can see that I am not spamming throwing at everything I see. I am not destroying every single piece of glass, because if you give it a second and not panic, you can analyze the moving glass to see if it's really gonna hit you or not. So like, if you really pay attention and look at the glass, especially the moving pieces, the moving ones, you can really see if you think it's actually gonna hit you or not. And you gotta remember, your hitbox that is around your vision is tiny. Whatever you play as in the game is tiny, like atom size. So you can slip through anything as long as it looks like there's an opening right in the middle of your screen. Also, did you see that? I collected that power-up. Notice how I didn't use it instantly. That's because you don't want to waste your power-ups until later in the game when you will actually need them when you're starting to run out of balls. Use your balls very sparingly. And also, sometimes, if you have more than one ball, you can make a double shot. What I mean by that is, if you got like a bar of glass right in front of you, you can just shoot it once, and then some of the balls will go past that glass you just broken, and it might break a crystal behind it. So, don't just randomly throw balls until you know for sure it's gonna hit something. That's something I kind of struggle with on habit when playing this, but I am working on it. Also, keep in mind the recording of my gameplay right here that you're seeing right now. This is the first time I played this game in quite a long time, probably like 3 years or something like that. So I did this take, my first attempt. This is my first take of doing this. Well, really, this is my second take, but the first take I failed a little bit, so I had to retrack on everything, and then make my, first part of the gameplay better. So I kind of restarted playing this about halfway through the game. But anyways, let's talk about this segment. This is very important. Watch the gameplay very carefully. Notice how I'm not destroying every single DNA glass. That's because some of them you can slip by. And use your intuition powers to really look at those details and see if anything's actually gonna hit you or not. Really use those intuition powers. Remember, whatever character you play as is small, so if there's a piece of glass that looks like it's about to hit you, but it might just be like a pixel away, you just might be safe. So like, if it's like a pixel, or even 2 or 1 pixels away from like the very, very absolute center of your screen, you'll probably be fine if you don't hit it with a ball. I know we're moving on to a brand new room, but I want to talk about the room we were just in real quick with the DNA pieces. So, when you see those, like, bars that are moving up and down really slowly, if there's, like, 3 of them in a row, the first 2 will not hit you, guaranteed, but the last one will. So you want to hit the last bar that's in the way. If there's 2 bars of glass going up and down, you really want to check if any of them are going to hit you or not, because there's, like, a 50% chance the first one will hit you or not hit you, and the last one definitely will. And if there's only 1 bar of glass, it may or may not hit you, also another 50-50 chance. And here we are in checkpoint 2. And here's a very important thing to remember. A very important thing to remember is it is more worthy to break a piece of glass that's in front of you than getting a power-up that's right next to it when it looks like you're in a pick your poison situation, if you know what I mean. It's because when a piece of glass hits you, or you get hit by something, you lose 10 balls. But when you collect a crystal, it only gives you 3 balls back, sometimes 5, rarely 10. Breaking a breakable object in front of you is quite a lot more important than getting a crystal or a power-up that's directly nearby. and it may be an impossible shot to get both. You'll see what I mean later in the gameplay. So right here, it's a little squirrely because how the moving glasses work is that they jolt. They don't smoothly slide, they jolt, which makes it kind of unpredictable to know where they're gonna go. But if you really time it correctly, you can know when to throw before the glass actually gets there. So it may seem unpredictable, but actually is. Also, if you have multiple balls, like at once, like 5 I have here right now, at this section, you can collect more, like you don't need to throw a ball for every single crystal here, because if you throw it and aim correctly, you can get more crystals with just one shot, thus saving you a few extra shots from 0. Some people don't know about this, but coming up right here, there is a secret crystal. Okay, some people sometimes miss that, but there's a crystal down there. Also, remember this. You want to aim for the doors, and that's more important than getting a crystal that is nearby, because like I said, if you get hit by something like an object, like a foam object or glass, it takes away 10 balls from you, and if you get to 0, you die. And if you hit a crystal, like these ones, it only gives you 3 back, which means it's worth more to save yourself from getting hit by destroying a piece of glass that's in the way or opening a door, rather than going for the glass crystals first. So if you miss a glass crystal, that is better than being hit by a door or a piece of glass in the way that is right next to a breakable crystal that will give you more balls. And remember, spare your ball power-ups. You want to spare your power balls, because I don't do this in this gameplay because I kind of forgot to do it, and I didn't use my power-ups until the very end when it was too late for me to use them. But save your power balls for, like, I would say any levels past 7. So like 8, 9, 10, and 11. Especially like 10 and 11, these will really help you out. So yeah. I think the best way to make your shots when you're going really fast or there's a lot breakable like glass objects around you and it's really squirrely, the best thing to do is wait until your entire vision is almost covered with a shard of glass that's like you're a millisecond from about to be hit, and then just tap the screen and it'll like break like the entire area, so you'll go through it. And also sometimes, not all the time, I can't always count on it, but it's a risk I would say that's worth taking. I'd say it's like 80% efficient. If you break a glass, like a piece of glass once, and it's still all in one piece, but there are visible cracks and little pieces like still remaining, but they haven't fallen out yet, you can probably go through those by glitching through them, and you should be fine. So, like, if I were to break a piece of glass here, you know how sometimes, like, it doesn't always all break apart, and there's, like, little pieces that look like they should be out, but they don't fall out? I should be fine. Also, notice how, I couldn't get through the door there. I got hit by that. That's because the frickin' achievement was in the way. So, that is not a gameplay problem, not a skill issue. That is something that just appeared, and that might be a little problem for you to deal with if you're mobile like that. Breaking the big glass panes right here that are just hanging on those little foam bungee cords should only take you 1 or 2 shots maximum, because it really shouldn't take you that much more to get through one of those things, because they are very breakable, unlike the other angled ones that we'll see here in checkpoint 6, which comes later on in the video. So misses are natural, like, it's okay to miss sometimes, but as long as it's not a problem, or if you, like, miss too late, then you should be fine. Also, with these ones, the ones that are hanging from the ceiling on those, like, bungee cords, they swing, the swinging ones, you want to aim for the top, not the bottom, because if you aim for the bottom, it'll just make it swing more. Well, if you aim for the top, it's not always guaranteed, but there's a chance it'll just break off and fall down. Here, the gravity is a bit squirrely, so you want to kind of aim slightly to the left of where you want to hit if you want to actually hit something while rotating in this little vortex room right here, which makes hitting this little glass bar right here really freaking difficult. So yeah, but somehow I actually got to like hit most of the crystals, or even all of them. Okay, so this next area right here with the lasers and stuff, okay, save this time one too. At the very beginning, I noticed that those lasers, and only in this section that move up and down, will never hit you, so I guess the developers of the game kind of updated it recently where that's not always a guarantee anymore. So now you actually do have to hit those pink glass things to get rid of the lasers, because before last time when I played this, I remember if you, like, those ones that have the arrows on it that are moving up and down, those used to never hit you no matter what, in this particular part of Checkpoint 3 at least. But it looks like they made an update where now they do hit you or something like that, so yeah. And here's a little reminder, don't panic. So if you see like sudden glass dropping or glass being thrown at you, take your time. It should only take you 1, 2, sometimes 3 shots to get rid of a piece of glass, or pieces of glasses coming in the way. So those ones dropping down, if you were to just spam it, then it would like take a lot more shots to get rid of it because you're not taking your time. But if you take your time and use stronger shots, then you can bring them down by aiming from the top of them to make them hit the ground harder and clear the paths. Here, if you're really bad with like really fast objects, then I would recommend using your first time warp power up for this. But if you're really skilled like me at this game, you can use you don't use any time warps. Or like slowing down time power things. You can just like really look until it lasts a minute to see if a piece of glass on those windmill things will actually hit you or not. And then if you think something's gonna hit you, just spam 2 shots to the farthest right possible direction of your screen. So these little hammer things, not a problem. They're kind of random. You don't know if you're gonna get hit until last minute. It's kind of like a hit them before it's too late thing, but it's kind of not possible to predict where they're actually going to accurately hit you. Here is interesting. So sometimes those little pieces of glass that fold up and down that you see right here, some of them don't like fold back up until you're already above it, and they just hit you without giving you a chance to shoot them. So you want to hit them before they actually move. And what I mean by that is, okay, right here you want to get it, and it, like, so if you see a piece of glass that's a little ways away in front of you and it flaps up, and then it flaps back down and you're not at it yet, and then when you're on top of it, it flaps back up, and sometimes you can get hit from behind, so you want to make sure you hit them before you actually get to them. In this game, not many, but very few glass types will hit you from behind once you go past them, but not many. Most of them, you can, if there's like a piece of glass that looks like it's about to hit you, but you already passed it, you should be fine, and you won't get hit. But, some of them, some particular ones that I will point out, do hit you from behind. And there's another pretty bad one that I think should be fixed. Like, I think the game developer should fix this, and it's some area in Checkpoint 8, but I'll talk about it when we get there. Okay, this one here in Checkpoint 5, the best way to overcome these, I didn't do this there, but the best one to overcome those ones that are held by 4 pieces of glass is, either hit 2 pieces of glasses on the left or right, and then hit 1 ball on actual foam object itself, to push it out of the way, because it kind of swings open like a door. And for the little foam, little marshmallow things on the moving horizontal bar glass going up and down, just hit the 2 ends and it should go down. And then with the ones, the giant marshmallow ones held up by 2 glasses on the ceiling, like these ones, you just hit either side and it'll just like fall down, it'll swing down like that, and that's really all you need to know for this room. Alright, so this room is a little interesting. Sorry, I got a notification about my Discord server there, link in the description. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that, I only invite people. So most of these glasses you can actually just avoid, but you want to really pay attention because there's some pieces of glasses that will jump scare you like last second, like that, did you see that? Yeah, most of them will miss you, but some of them will hit you, so you want to look out for those ones, like that one that just happened then again. Okay, here, aim for the crystal in the middle first, then 2 fingers power balls. So you should have more than 1 ball here, but if you don't, the way you get past the crosshair looking piece of glass right there is you just double tap it, and it should like just break into little shards of glass while remaining in the same position. You can just like glitch through them, like I said earlier, I can glitch through glass that's already been shot at but not broken. yeah, that room's self-explanatory. Most of those glasses you can avoid, even though it looks like a lot of them are gonna hit you, but you're actually not gonna. Sorry about that. Here you want to hit every single piece from a distance. Make sure you save up your power balls. And we're about halfway through, so number 6 is where it starts to get fun, but simple. When people hit a piece of glass and it doesn't do any benefits whatsoever, I like to call that pointless hitting. So anyways, yeah, we're in number 6 now. I see a lot of people like hitting everything they can see, like they hit all the glasses in the way, but really analyze this. Notice how I'm only hitting the glass panes that are just about to hit me. And with those two that are closing in on you like doors, you can just go through them. There's been no patch update for those, so you can still get through those. It's all good. You want to make... Yeah, I'm swearing to you this right now. That is the most powerful... That is the... Not the most powerful. It's the one you actually need for this segment. That flame ball, you need to collect that. Otherwise, you're screwed for this. But I guess you can use the power-ups you collected to get through whatever's coming up next to. Some of these lasers right here, you can sneak around, but I wouldn't risk it, so I'll just break most of them just in case, because, like, it's one of those, like, you don't know until it's too late kind of things. Okay, so right here, see how those glass panes are angled? That gives them this reinforced kind of, like, texture to them, because since they're angled, it's not a direct shot to them, and you're hitting them at an angle, which kind of reinforces them and kind of deflects the balls off. So you want to use, I would have used the unlimited balls here too, because you don't really need them for the rest of the gameplay, I don't think, and because you get more later on, because that's better than just like spamming a bunch of balls like I just did. But you want to use your heat ball and then your unlimited balls for that segment that you saved earlier. Here, it's just the beginning of checkpoint 6, but much slower, so nothing really needed to talk about. Don't waste your balls, don't get the temptation of breaking everything you see, just only break what you need to survive. If you have a multi-ball shot, so like if you don't have a singular ball like I do, like if you have 2, 3, 4, or 5 balls in like a single shot, I recommend like keeping it to the middle as possible. So if there's like a piece of glass that is about to hit you from like the left side, for example, you want to have it so you have like the farthest ball of that single shot group of balls, like the farthest left ball to hit whatever that left object is. This makes it so whatever the farther right side of your balls are in that shot, have a likelihood of randomly hitting a crystal that may lay up ahead. Even though it is unlikely it'll hit one, there still is a chance, because when you're aiming slightly to the left up to like the foreign like object that's breakable on the left side with the with your left side the group of your balls, the right one is likely to stay roughly within the middle of your screen and hit whatever is in the way in the middle of the pass. Also, if you see some unlimited balls at the top of one of those platforms in this room, don't bother getting it like I did, because you're just gonna miss. No matter what you do, it's not hittable. Coming up here are some crystals that give you 10 balls, but they're behind like moving glass, so you really gotta be careful where you aim if you actually want to get those. So watch how I do it. Just watch. Glitch detected. Alright, make sure you get those 2 little power balls, but I think getting those 2 crystals is slightly more important. So I think most of these like big octagon shaped things, they won't hit you from behind, so if you pass them, there's nothing to worry about, I think. But there is a chance that they can still hit you, I think, but it's very unlikely. So yeah, just keep calm. Some of them may look big and menacing, but it's really not that bad. Just wait until the glass is right up in your face and then strike it. It's not that bad. Okay, so this is the specific area I got trouble with, but I seem to do pretty okay this time. So let's wait a minute, let's wait a minute. Okay, look at this. See that one that's rotating around? If you don't hit the piece of glass that is, like, at the top, by the time you're just about to go into it, it will hit you from behind, because it whips back around and then hits your back. So you want to make sure, see how it's aiming upwards? You want to make sure you want to hit that top one before you pass under or through that little, like revolving gun type of thing. Most of these you can get away with just smashing glass with normal balls, but I'd say you have enough like explosion balls where you can use it for this room. So use the explosion balls here whenever there's foam ones at least. It's better to shoot one to take one down rather than using rather than taking out the four corners of it that are holding it up. If you have an explosion ball still working by then, if you hit the glass that the 5 crystals are resting on, it'll take out 3 of them at once in one shot, so I would utilize that too. Getting all these crystals is important, but nothing is as important as getting the ones that are worth 10, which are the star-shaped ones. So here, it's mostly chill. You don't really need to smash anything until you know for sure you're gonna get hit. So, yeah, kinda just chill right here, self-explanatory. This is a game where your best way of survival is to really look for all the details, and, assume what's gonna happen and analyze everything. That's what this game is really about for survival. Here, in this specific room of Checkpoint 10, the very first one, there is absolutely no gravity. So I didn't learn this until actually playing this again, but hitting the lasers is the most important thing. Because if you hit anything else, there's a likelihood you get hit by lasers because there are objects blocking the lasers from hitting you. So, hitting the lasers or not hitting them at all is your best bet, but if you're feeling lucky, you can hit these crystals that are in the way of the lasers. But the best thing to aim for is it's better to hit the lasers, or the pink, like, laser glass than anything else in this segment, even though some of the crystals or glass will look tempting to hit. Alright, pay attention. So, open the door and get that slow-mo thing immediately, and don't use it yet. You want to use your hyper brain to, like, really analyze everything and make sure you hit everything square accurate, and don't hit anything until you're right up to it. Okay, use your slow down thing right here and get as many crystals as you can. Try not to overshoot your balls because you might run out. So yeah, continue on. Make sure something is in the way before you actually go and hit it. You want to make sure you're right up close to it before you do anything, unless it's a laser, because you need a little bit of space to hit that. And there's no button to open that door, thankfully. So, yeah, you just hit the glass right here, pretty self-explanatory. If there's a little hole where the glass comes out from, you can try and shoot into it, although I don't always recommend it because it doesn't always work that way to break the glass before it even comes up, but it's a little technique, so you can like pre-get it before it's supposed to actually come up and get you. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty chill on this area. Also keep in mind, from checkpoint 10, 11, and onwards to endless mode, pretty much every single crystal will start off as a 10 rank, which means if you break it, it'll give you 10 balls back. But if you wait too long, or if you don't hit it instantly, it'll shift down to a 5 rating, which will only give you 5 balls, and then down to a 3, and then it'll completely vanish after you pass it. So if you look at the crystals, the ones that I don't hit, they start changing shape to the previous form. Okay, right here, most of the glass shouldn't hit you, but I'd hit a few of them just in case. Other than that, there's not really much to say about this game, other than, if you want to learn, like, a easier way to do something, just watch the gameplay, and, yeah, I gave all my points out, so, yeah, the rest of the video is just gonna be silent gameplay, so enjoy until I, die at the end. Bye.